And hello, everybody. Gabe the Izzard here, and I am about to embark on a hike up the West Summit Trail at Pinnacle Mountain, starting right here. Yes, that is the starting point. It is Pinnacle Mountain State Park, located in western Pulaski County, just outside of the city limits. There's a water fountain here, but I don't know if it works. Negative. They actually used to even have them for the dogs there. Anywho, it's a pretty good hike. It's a strenuous hike. I have some water and some backup water, a piece of gum in my mouth, and I am inviting you to go ahead, tag along. This complex is a very well taken care of state park. It has some extremely clean new bathrooms and a playground that has been completely redone from the old dangerous metal and wood to soft, secure, fragile plastic. It's emotionally safe and physically safe. It's right over there. But I'm about to get on this trail. Let's roll. Some precautionary signs. Take water. And preserve the scenic beauty and ecology and warning signs. This is an hour or a mile and a half round trip. It says to take 2 hours, or allow 2 hours to make this trip. But you probably want to stay at the top and enjoy the scenery. It's all uphill from here. The trail is well marked and well maintained. There's actually like rock steps here. And there's lots of people that are on this trail. So if you need help, if you get overwhelmed, you can always ask for help. Upward and onward. There are several cutbacks on the trail, but then people also have made their own, like even here, this little bitty cut through. This is the actual trail, but so many people will come on here that they blaze their own. It all gets to the same place. Just saying, this is an example. It's just a cut through there, and it goes to there. And right here, you can see there's a cutback here, but a lot of people have made the shortcut there. They got it actually cabled off, so you can't do that. There are many, many cutbacks and many, many stairs. Just the first 5 minutes will get that old heart pumping. Whew. But we already made some elevation. Lots of traffic, and the UALR wrestling team is coming down. One cool thing about this trail is once you get through the wooded area, it opens up to a grand reveal of a really nice view. I can tell you this, it's a lot easier going down. There's a little bit of a view right there. There's actually two ways up Pinnacle Mountain. I'm doing the West Summit Trail. You can do the East one. It's a little more strenuous. It's a little less stairs and a little more climbing. And you'll use your hands a little bit, but it's not like treacherous rope climbing. Almost there. Well, to the breakthrough. On up. Lots of man-made rock work and natural rocks too. There is a visitor center on the east side. Like I say, it's a state park, so it has a nice little welcoming visiting center and a small hiking path there. If you want to come to Pinnacle Mountain State Park, there's also a base trail that walks around Pinnacle Mountain, and then also just a well manicured asphalt path that walks through a nature. I think it's just called a nature trail. But just to show you're not completely in the wilderness, that's actually a gravel road there that park rangers can use. And they can do that to bring equipment up to maintain the trail. More steps. You reach this bench, you know that you're about halfway there. And there's a wastebasket to throw your water bottles away. I've yet to crack mine open. This guy is running up the stairs. Sometimes that can be easier. Get that momentum going. It's easier than just single step wearing you down. Almost to the breakthrough. It'll be right up there. I did do this trail one time with a friend, and he brought his probably 1.5-year-old dog, puppy, full of energy, while I took the leash and she ran me up this hill. And I say ran, she never broke speed, and I just held on to the leash, and she dragged me to the top. Small little teaser. That's Chenal Mountain right there. You can see the antennas. Getting almost to the breakthrough. I don't know if you can see, but when I started walking this back in my childhood, that was the original trail. It was not well maintained like this. It was basically a dirt path that led to the top, and there were markers, sort of like these. There were numbered markers, and you had to kind of keep your eye out for those, because you would be going along basically through the woods. Here's another bench. Give you a little perspective, a little more of an open view. We're parked down below. Onward and upward. This bench is dedicated in the honor of Papa Chuck Meyer, who introduced generations of our family to Pinnacle Mountain. One of his favorite places we are honored to be we are honored to his children and grandchildren and are grateful recipients of his generous and unconditional love. Happy Father's Day 2013. And it's not made of wood, it's composite material. So it should be here for eons.
Look at that house.
Already tried to inscribe their names into here. Losers. As we continue up, you can see they have the rails with cabling saying, don't do it. And we are at mile marker 6, or 6-1. Honestly, I haven't seen one since number 3. I think that's because they're on the old trail. Here's the inspirational map. You can see the markers, and we are here right past number 6. It's like, hey, you're gonna make it. Good job. And you have a choice. Left, easier curved trail. Right, difficult, direct trail of boulders. Both merge into a rocky trail to the summit. Difficult or easy? Choices are to be made. And so you do kind of get off of a trail and more onto a rock path, and they are guided by these yellow posts, or yellow painted, but it is a pretty smooth. You just have to watch for which steps you want to take. The boulders are a little loose in some places, but there is a path to be taken. And here's where it gets real. Sweat drops from some of the wrestlers. It's starting to get a lot steeper. Take a break when needed. It's okay. Let's go. One more bench right here, dedicated to H. Mac Core, and it has got a spectacular view of Lake Maumelle. That is Lake Maumelle. That is the water source for central Arkansas. There's boating allowed, but no swimming. You can fish and boat and sail, but do not swim, because we do not want to drink your butt water. So here's the fork. It's at this post. You can go right or you can go left.
Excuse me.
They say it's the easy way, but it's still straight up.
That's not nice. Don't say things like that.
More up. Here's another one of those shortcuts. You can go straight this way, or you can take a left and head on the trail. You do get to have a few little reprieves as far as it's just kind of flat and smooth right before they hit you with another set of rocky stairs. I would pay $5 to take a air tram to the top, but then it wouldn't be worth your while. All right, we're getting ever closer to the grand reveal. The summit is just up that way. There is a nice view and another bench to take a loved rest. I do have to say that I believe the east side, the more difficult side, is the easier side. Yes, it is up a little bit steeper, but it doesn't seem like there's as many steps. And it's the quantity of steps that will make you tired, not the height of the steps. Here's the yellow markers leading up the path. They're off the path, but that's the path. And this is also the merge of the hard side. Number 8 is right down there. We're getting so close to the big grand reveal. I could walk right over there, but I don't want to reveal it yet. Lots of jagged rocks. We are still on path with these yellow markers. Oh, excuse me, that was a very good incline. But we're almost there. And this is a good, steep, straight up. All right, so here's a not quite grand reveal, but it is a grand reveal. There is the twin sister humps, and it's straight down. It's kind of nice on this last stretch that they kind of give you some nice stacked, not perfect steps, but there are steps. These rocks are the path. They've been marked with the yellow, but over years and years, people have gone their own way down here and created another path, which is jagged ankle twisters. Me, there's some semi-flat rocks, basically as steps.
Here you go. Scoot over. Here you go. Get your drink.
We're making it to the top, the summit.
Nope. So you should not follow them. You can see them right here. Wait, Mama. What, buddy? Someone named Jasmine. Someone named Jasmine? Yeah, I see.
There's a marker up here
Jasmine and Spin.
telling me that I've made it.
Uh-oh, you fell. Good job. Good fall. Good fall. Shake it off. You're fine. Lift yourself up. You're okay.
We're here. 1,011 feet. And this is the summit. Looking towards the north and over to the east towards Little Rock. You can see the 430 bridge and even some of the skyscrapers in downtown. There's you can go to the north side or you can go to the south side. We'll hit over there in just a second. Lake Maumelle. I always forget the name of those twin rocks, twin peaks. There they are. Some smoke off in the distance. And right down there are the natural steps, soccer fields. Right there. Spent a many of days and weekends there watching girls soccer. My daughter's soccer, not just watching girls soccer. That's weird. That's the shot. And now I'm making my way over to the south part of the summit, which is actually the higher point, a little bit smaller. Still a great view. The view is a little bit of the same, except from the south side. You can actually see the neighborhoods of West Little Rock all along Chenal Mountain. And we are parked right there in that parking lot. You maybe can see a car right there. It's not my car, but that's where we're parked. And these folks are coming up from the east side. This is the trail that leads down. It's marked with red. The yellow is the west, red is the east. Another shot of downtown and the Arkansas River before we head down. And now the descent. You can't get a little jittery-legged while coming down. It took us about 45 minutes to get up here. Not even 45 minutes, maybe around 40. And that's with a few stops along the way. All right. Now it's nothing but down. There is a dude carrying a rock up here barefooted. Not sure what that's all about.
Now it smells like chicken feet.
Again, I'm taking the marked path, unlike those over there. That is loose gravel. This is solid rock. It might be what people would consider a little bit steeper, but your footing is a little more sure. Doesn't seem like a long way down, but it is. One of the last reveals. All right. Whoa.
Yeah.
Making my way down. And it's pretty straight. I rubbed some blisters on my feet the other day, and I got some new socks, and that's made a world of difference. But I'm starting to get a little rubbing right now, and it's not feeling too pleasant. There's look how far he's down. Like they're down there. Number 9. The rule is you're supposed to touch each one of the pads. I didn't do that. Not really a rule, but kind of just a understood thing that you do. All right, getting a little bit closer. About halfway down the rock slide. And then it's back on the path. My shadow. I would say definitely get some good shoes. And just like that, we're down off of the rocks, and somebody left their dog's due. And now we're going to be walking down the slippery gravel, which I find if you go at a brisker pace, you have less of a chance of accidents. Also, if you don't watch what you're filming and you watch actually where you're stepping, that helps.
I think she's over the mountain. It doesn't run. You can say you conquered the mountain. Yeah. But I'm just like, you could have just not. You guys could all just like, I mean, they would have all gotten about. Yeah. So, it's just all of that.
a little easier whenever you go quick. For me, not for everyone. If you're not sure-footed, don't do it. It's always funny to see people's reactions on their way up, especially on this part, which they're on the halfway point coming up, which is basically pretty easy up until this point. Now it's the up and strenuous part. That's when everybody's demeanor kind of changes, and sometimes anger sets in. It's every little thing, like, hey, you touched me, I'm thirsty. Especially with families, they get irritated with each other. She's got the right idea. Run down. Another runner. That's the way to do it. Slow and steady wins the race, unless you're that guy that ran past me. He wins. So on the way down, you typically don't use the rest areas. There's plenty of people coming up using the rest areas. When you're on your way down, you just zip right by them. It's only 3/4 of a mile, all downhill. Now would be a good running time. Psych. Poor. Now this is the kind of final descent. It's the good stairs with the switchbacks, and be pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm down your shoulders.
What? It's not dangerous.
Gleeful people, if only they know. 3. All right.
Girl, what is it? Where you see it? Come on. Where? Oh, I don't see it.
Shortcut. This is kind of a downhill stretch. This is when people start to get a little arrogant and cocky. Like, I got this. We made it. We got the yellow markers marking our way home. And then slip on some dust, crack an ankle, and then you're getting medevaced 100 yards from your car. My leg is jumping. Almost there. I'd also say a pro tip would be to, if you're carrying, obviously carry water. Today was only 72 degrees when we started, but it can, if you're in the middle of summer, definitely carry multiple bottles of water, or a Camelback or something that has water. But I would say, don't use your water on the way up if possible. Wait to drink water until you get, if you're going to drink it on the way up, at least wait till halfway. You shouldn't be cracking your bottle of water, a quarter into the trail. Drink water before you come so you're nice and hydrated. But don't start cracking your water, because then the next thing you know, you start the water, then you're out of water by the time you get to the top. And of course, luckily, I haven't even opened my water. But my traveling companion has burned through 2 bottles of water. And that's okay, because she waited until she got halfway up. My legs are jumping because I'm not used to all of this. But you can hear the highway, you can see the parking lot. We're basically there. home stretch. Another bag of dew. Who do they think's gonna pick this up? I'm not. Losers. My ever so beautiful and smart and lovely wife said maybe they'll pick up the dew on the way back down, which that is a possibility with those bright red bags. You can't walk past them without noticing them. So if that loser is going to pick up the doggy dew, you're not a loser. Good Lord, how many bags of dew are just going to be left on this trail? It can't be from the same dog. If these red bags are from the same dog, your dog has an intestinal problem. Check it for worms. Gross. And just like that, we are at the end. Once again, on flat ground. Somebody has left a bottle of water right there, and there is a receptacle bin right there. So it's cold. I'm gonna leave it. Somebody might have just set it there and then come back for it. And look, the dog bags are not red, so somebody has picked up red bags.
Hey guys, we have water, Kool-Aid, and orange if you guys like anything.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we made it. That was a pretty good walk. Fairly easy, other than my legs are a little jumpy, and that's just from the out of shapeness of going down hills and up hills. I'm more of a flatlander, but it was a good trip. I'm at the car, so I'm gonna crack into this bottle of water and head on home. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.